Hey guys, MTS again here. I thought I'd make one more video before I go to sleep. It's nearly half past, well, it's about 19 minutes past 1 according to my laptop time, or my mum's laptop time rather, and 17 minutes past 1 according to my mobile. But anyway, I was a bit bored and probably not ready to sleep yet because I've drank too much Pepsi and stuff. I had pizza because it's Pizza Friday. Normally I have pizza whenever I can on Fridays, and garlic bread and stuff like that. So anyway, now I had a big bottle of Pepsi, which was a bad decision of mine. But I think like nowadays I don't have it too often, so I think it's not too bad. But I should be improving my diet, which hopefully generally I do. But today I've lapsed a little bit. But anyway, um, if it comes down to taste, I think like unhealthy food is always seems to be the tastiest. Or for whatever reason, it seems to be hard to not drink or eat that sort of stuff. So it's but one step at a time, I suppose. But yeah, for health reasons, I think I should improve my diet, especially because I'm at quite risk of diabetes. Anyway, I've probably gone way off track. I wanted to talk about reasons sport time football. Once again, I thought, as I've said with some other videos recently, I've said I don't want to do it just lists because in case someone else doesn't like lists, but maybe I thought I'd do it in a quirky way. Normally, I should do the list video first, and then from that list, do like stories or do it in non-list form, if you like. So I'll try and avoid doing the list if I can, and just talk about reasons sport time football. But it'd be hard, I suppose, to do reasons sport time football without going through some sort of list. So I'll do my best because I don't want the title to be too misleading. But so I've heard a lot of people say reasons why they don't like Italian football, like for instance, it's known to be too defensive or boring because it's defensive, it's not attacking enough, or there's a lot of cheating, or it's known to be corrupt, like a match fixing scandal, which unfortunately I think put a lot of people off, and a lot of prejudice that goes on in Italian football as well, racism and things like that. So I understand a lot of reasons why. Again, it's hard to say without going through a list of reasons. So, but I understand a lot of reasons why people say that they don't support Italian football. But like, I suppose I'm a bit biased. I talked about in some of my previous videos, like because I think I look Italian, I support Italy. So I think, like as I talked about in my previous video about Anglo Indians supporting Italian football, and that's one of my dreams. Like, I'd love to see Mediterranean countries more united, maybe like Eurasian nations, transcontinental countries, Mediterranean, the Middle East, and the Middle Eastern countries, like olive-skinned countries, perhaps, if I dare say that, being united over football. But yeah, so like for me, I think again maybe I'm a bit biased, so I wonder what other people think. But I think like the names of the teams I think are quite cool compared to like say the Premier League or other leagues. I'm not sure about some of the South American teams like Brazilian or Argentinian, but I think like the passion is one of the top. Italian football clubs have some of the most passion, Latin passion, I suppose you could say. And I think the kits are quite colourful and cool. Again, I could be being biased, so I'd love to hear what people think, like whether I'm being clouded by my biases. Like if people think between the Premier League, let's say, which is supposedly it's the most famous league in the world, I suppose, football-wise, or the most supported league and followed league. But I'd love to hear what people think about if they compare Premiership, like English Premiership, versus Italian Serie A, which names they think sound cooler. The names of teams like Inter Milan, AC Milan, or Juventus, or Lazio, versus like Man United or Man City, or even Leicester, where I'm actually from, or Liverpool, or whatever. Again, I'd love to hear people's honest opinions about which ones and whether they think like because I'm a fan of Italian football and I've been for so long, am I being clouded by my biases? But yeah, I think like the kits, I suppose Italy is quite famous for fashion, but the kits I think are much more cooler than most of the leagues, as far as I'm aware. Again, I don't really know much about the Brazilian or Argentinian leagues. I know they've got like River Plate and Boca Juniors, teams like that, who also have a lot of passion, and I suppose they play more attacking football. And also Brazilian teams like Corinthians. I don't know a huge amount about them, but I'm sure they play much more attacking football. So I suppose if you like attacking football, which most people do, I suppose they would be, dare admit, they would be the most popular leagues. But also, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think defence itself is quite an art form, I was going to say. So like people say defensive football is quite boring, but I think it's quite strange that a lot of people talk about, like, when they watch a football match, they want to see crunching tackles or things like that, because like when they've had a hard day at work, they want to see people getting stuck in and tackling tough crunching tackles. And I think you get quite a lot of that in Italian football. So I know people normally sort of mock defensive football or don't find it very exciting or interesting. But another thing is, I think Italian football over recent years, if I'm not mistaken, has like tried to become at least a little bit more attacking. And we've had, I say we as an Italian fan, especially in the club team level, we've had like quite a lot of good attacking players. I know most of them come from overseas, but like Ronaldo, the old Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, and players like that. Batistuta from Argentina, as I say, players like that. So I think that there is a certain like attacking. The clubs, I think, have tried to play a bit more attacking football. So I'd love to hear what other people think about reasons why, possibly vote in the comment about why you, especially football fans, obviously, or possibly only football fans, about what would make them support Italian football more, what they like or dislike about Italian football, or again, what they think needs to be changed about Italian football. And I've talked before about what sort of things need to be changed, like tackling prejudice, tackling the violence, and that sort of thing. And again, playing more attacking football. Yeah, I wonder what. I'd love to hear what football fans think of Italian football nowadays, or whether they think it's, as I say, sorry to repeat myself, but if they think it's too if most football fans think Italian football is too defensive or too dirty or negative, or when I say dirty, I mean cheating. There's too much cheating involved. Or again, I'd love to hear from Italian football fans perhaps as well what they love about Italian football. Like for me, I'm a bit biased because I think I love Italian, but I still think there's lots of passion, colour. As I say, to me, the kits are probably amongst the best, if not the best. I think the names are quite cool. But again, I'm wondering if I'm being clouded by a bias towards Italian football, and that's clouding my judgment. So I'd love to hear again from people, football fans around the world, about what they like or dislike about Italian football, what they think again should be improved about Italian football. And again, especially like fans of Italian football, like what makes them fans of Italian football. I'd say in my case it's because I think I look Italian, but also like what, for those who are like on the fence or not sure what would make you become an Italian football fan, or what would you make you respect the league more or follow the league more. So yeah, there's some of the thoughts about why I personally love to be an Italian football fan, and also would love my fellow Anglo-Indians to be Italian football fans. I know there are some dilemmas, like there's some things I must admit I don't like about Italian football, like as I say, about the violence or the prejudice, whatever you call it. Or perhaps it is a bit defensive and maybe could play a bit more attacking, take a bit more risks, and encourage people to players to take more risks and things like that. So there are things I would love to see improved, but I suppose because I've supported them for so long, I I sort of stick with them. Anyway, hope someone out there enjoyed this video as ever. If so, please leave a like and share it, and especially with fellow football fans or people who want to learn more about football or want to ask questions. I'll try and answer as best I can. Peace and love.